Hi everyone. The next thing that we need to learn how to do is to import our element rental data that we have over here, right? Product, salesperson, customer, office, transaction, inventory, everything to our Looker instance. Again, make sure you follow along with what I'm doing. Don't just watch what I'm doing. And for that, what we need to do is using the same data. So what we're going to learn in this lecture is how to bring in that Excel data into Looker. Okay? And we're going to do it in a bit of a cheeky way because I need to make sure that people who use the sandbox environment option also know how to do this too. Now, this method will work both if you're using the sandbox environment, which is what I'm using, or if you have your own Looker instance. Okay? So I'm going to start my sandbox environment. Oh, it's already started for me. Perfect. If you don't see this, make sure you click start. Going to log into my very own sandbox environment that's made for me. Obviously, you can skip these if you already have a Looker instance. Okay. Once this loads up, if we click Explore, we have access to default data that Looker's given us: e-commerce trading, FAA, and Looker basics. Okay? But we don't want to use this data, especially because people who are using their own Looker instance won't have this. They'll have their company data. So what we want to do is we want to go turn on development mode over here. Okay? Go to develop. Go to, if you're in your sandbox instance, then click QuickLabs Flights. If you're not, then there should be another project that you can use instead. So just click any project that's in here. I'm clicking QuickLabs Flights, but you can, if you're in your own instance, you can do this. You can select any project. And what you're going to do is you're going to find any .model file, okay, in your file browser here, okay? Now, if you're, again, using the sandbox instance that Google provides, then choose this one, looker_basics.model. But if you're in your own instance, you can choose any model file you want. It just has to end with .model, okay? And then all you're going to do, okay, is go to the very end of that file, okay? And put in some spaces, doesn't matter how many. And you're going to open up the element rental lookml txt file that I've given you in the resources section of this lecture, as well in the reference materials section in the following lecture. Okay, and you're going to copy and paste that into here. Okay, so let me go through an example. I'm going to open up the text document. Okay, so you should see something like this. Sorry, you should see something like this. It should start with view product and so on and so forth. This is something that I provide to you, okay? As you can see, this has all of the data that was in our Excel file. One, back truck, medium, right? This is all the salesperson data. So this is a whole lot of data. You don't need to go through it. This is what lookml looks like. But I'm just doing this so you and I are using the same data when you go through the course. What you're going to do is you're going to copy all of this stuff, starting with view product, all the way down, okay? You're going to copy it. You're going to go back in here, and you're going to paste it at the bottom of this file. Now, before I do that, again, if you're using your own instance, then just do it at the bottom of that file, right? So I'm going to paste that in here and then click Save Changes. And that's it. I'm done. What I need to do now is go back to Looker's homepage. So I just click Looker on the top left. And now if I click Explore, I should see an element rental category. Would you take a look at that? Right? That's on purpose. And if I click it, I should have access to both sales and inventory. Okay? So if you've reached this stage, then awesome. You've set up your environment perfectly, and you can proceed to the beginner level of the course. If you haven't and there's hiccups or anything like that, ask questions or message me directly and I'll help you, okay? This is important because I want you guys to follow along with what I'm doing, and a lot of what I'm doing, which will be related to the data that I use, right? So I want you guys to have the same exact data. All right, so follow these instructions to a T. If you're still confused or still not working, let me know and I will come in and help. Awesome. One thing to note before I go is that after this actually ends, so after this runs out, you have to follow the same process again. Again, you have to turn on development mode, go into develop, right? Find a .model file, copy and paste the lookml from the text file I've given you to the bottom of the model file, click save changes, go back in here, and then go to explore, and then you should see it. So you have to do that. It's, like it's about a minute and a half max. So you just have to do it every time the instance refreshes. Awesome. If you're on this page, and again, you have access to the Element Rental Explorer, then perfect. Let's move on.